Every lie has an expiration date. Some last days, some last years. Taylor Parker's lies became so elaborate that keeping them alive required constant maintenance. But by early 2020, cracks were beginning to show, and the people around her were starting to notice. Welcome to Murder Syrup. This is episode 2, and it's also the second episode in the Taylor Parker series. So go ahead, grab your coffee, your tea, whatever you're feeling, sit down, get comfy. I'm your host, Michelle, and this is Murder Syrup. How did Taylor Parker convince Wade Griffin that everything she said was true? And when did the lies begin to fall apart? In this episode, I just want to start off by saying that I am not a professional in any way. I'm just a girl who loves true crime and wants to talk about it and talk about what's up in my noggin about it and what I'm thinking. Also, I want to say, trigger warning, these episodes are going to contain false pregnancies, miscarriage, fetal abduction. These contain a lot of things. So if these are something that you cannot hear, please step out. I am sure there is going to be a podcast that you're going to be good with hearing, but if this is something that's a little bit too much for you, go ahead and step out and come back. You got to take care of you. That's what matters. So, last episode, we touched on Taylor Parker. We touched on her marriages. We touched on what I thought about it, what I thought about her personality traits are, what her personality could be, the dark triad personality, cluster B. Like, we talked about this. And like I said, I'm not a professional. I'm just going off of either experiences and things that I have researched. So take that what you will. It's my take. I think I've watched so many documentaries and listened to so many podcasts about this case. You're going to get into Terry's thoughts, Terry's take on everything, and he's probably going to say she literally lived and breathed it for weeks before this, obsessive about it. But so I want to talk about more Wade and her. Let's get into that. So they meet in 2019 at I was going to say strawberry. It's a watermelon festival rodeo in Texas. A rodeo, of course, right? She's like, there is a good old country boy. I want to snatch him up and just take him home. I don't blame her. Wade seems like a good old boy. I was at my parents yesterday for Canada Day, and I'm telling them a story. And my dad's like, that Wade Griffin is a good old boy. And I'm like, right. So I don't blame her. I don't. So they meet at this watermelon festival, rodeo. And Wade's like, she's good looking. It would not hurt to have dinner with her and get to know her. A sensible person, right? We're sensible. We're being sensible. We're just going to have dinner and talk and get to know each other. Well, clearly that went. So they end up dating or whatever. And within a couple weeks of dating, which I'm speculative at this moment, this is a red flag for me. She goes and says she messages, or should I say her dad messages Wade and says, let me back it up. I got to go back because she's telling Wade in these couple weeks, she's saying, dude, I have a syrup empire. Also, the Morton Salt, that's me. I am the Morton Salt Company. And I got oil riches coming to me. But my bitch of a mom, Shauna, wants me out and doesn't want to give it to me. But I'm a billionaire. I got billies. Not just millies. I got billies here. Like, Elon Musk, look out. I'm coming. That's me. So Wade's like, and she's like, fun. She got like coming, like hot, right? I will have to say in the documentary, I am in love with Cody and Stephanie Ott. Love them. I believe they own a cafe in Texas, the Cardinal Cafe. I believe I read that somewhere. I don't know. I'm up here in Ontario, Canada, and I favorited that thing. I love to sit down with Stephanie Ott. She seems like my people, like Facebook investigator. Like, she was feeling it from the beginning. And Cody, I'm just like, dude, she got money. She ain't bad to look at. She gonna wrestle some hogs? You better snatch her up and marry her. I don't have the same awareness, but hey, right? But then I think he changed his tune. He's like, this is a scandal. So I love Cody and Stephanie Ott. They are amazing, and I might have to go travel to their cafe to check it out. I'm just saying. I'm a fan. I am a fan of theirs. Okay. She says she has all this money and all these things, like Taylor fashion. Like, yeah. You gotta remember, these are small Texas towns. So she's Titus, Texarkana. Now she's going down. She got, just like Mackenzie said in the documentary, she just got far enough away where people just wouldn't know who she was. So she's all like, she's this rich person, and she's like, all this. And then her dad messages Wade, her dad, air quotes here, and says, oh my God, Taylor was helping me get this bush hog out that was stuck, and the winch broke, hit her in the stomach, and she lost the twins. And like apparently that's how Wade found out he had twins. Apparently. He was just like, huh? So then he's like, okay, well, you kind of over like that she had, they bonded over it, and you're like, I'm gonna get all this money, so like when we go, you go and buy things with your credit, like buy yourself a $90,000 Denali truck, you and I will pay you back. I'm good for it, like good as gold. Good, like you can trust what I am saying, even though I like just met me, but trust me, okay? And he's like, okay. So then he's like, go buy yourself a side-by-side for like, I did not know that's how much they were, but apparently side-by-sides are expensive. So go like buy yourself a side-by-side. I got you. When we get the money from my inheritance, you go buy yourself, we'll ourselves like head of cattle. She's like, I'm gonna buy your mom her dream car, which was a Nissan Altima. Girl, I love that his mom's dream car was a Nissan Altima. Obtainable goals. I'm just say that, like, goals right there. So she's like, yeah, and all this stuff, and she says to like mom, like, out this car, and she's like, it's pulls up in this like silver Nissan Altima, and Wade's mom's like, oh, it's really nice, and she's like, wait, I bought it for you. Always a friggin' drama scene. It's always a scene with her. So she just always wanted to have all the attention. So all this stuff Wade put on his credit, and then she like the car. I didn't even know you could get all that stuff. Like, go buy it, and like they go. So then Taylor says to Connie, Wade's mom, like, I need you to bring this Altima back in Wade's driveway because there's a recall on it, and the dealership is gonna come and pick it up and do the recall. You're gonna have it back in no problem. Like, don't worry. There's a recall on it. So time goes by, and Connie's like, this is like odd. I'm gonna call the dealership. So she calls the dealership, and they're like, did you say recall? It was repoed, not recalled, because nobody paid for it. So now Connie's getting sus. So this is red flag right there. So red flag 1 is this whole miscarriage thing. She dated a couple weeks and she's pregnant with twins. All of a sudden, it's like not even possible, but whatever. Then this repo thing is another red flag. And then they end up going, Taylor says to Wade, I want to buy you a piece of property. I want to buy a piece of property with you. Now, normally I would say, like, hey, don't rush into it. But I will say my marriage, I met him 2 weeks after we met, we got engaged, and we were married for 10 years, and we're friends now. So it's not always a bad thing or a red flag. That's all I'm saying. But people, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. But this one here is a red flag. She's like, when you start saying you got millions and you're buying, like, the red flag, like, be taking out car loans after a couple weeks with someone, you know, bit. Wade's like, I really like this property I did work on called Pecan Point. And Taylor's like, babe, I got you. How many milli? It doesn't even matter. I'm just buying it. So they go in and get a real estate agent, and they put an offer. She puts an offer on Pecan Point, and she signs the paperwork for the offer. Taylor Parker Griffin. That is not her legal name, but I believe she probably did that to buy time. Who puts the wrong name on legal documents? Because they're not legal anymore, like not anything anymore, right? And they're like, you can have this, you just need to do a $200,000 deposit, and then you can have access to this until everything comes through. And they're like, no problem. We can pay that 200,000 in a jiffy. Don't you worry. I am a bajillionaire. I got it. I'm good. Well, wouldn't you know, Shona, her mom, is literally pulling out the friggin' stops to stop all this shit. She ain't getting that shit. The bank this. Nope. Shona even puts a hit out with the Mexican mafia. Yeah. Shit you not, she does. So because Shona has a hit on Taylor, Taylor goes to Wade. My mom's got a hit on me. Can I move in with you so me and my daughter are safe? But there's this guy named Kohlberg, and he is a high ranking, like, we're talking middle rank. We're talking high ranking officer, probably FBI, like, security level, that is watching me to make sure I'm safe because you am the heiress of all these things. So I am like cargo here, even though I look like I could just be a normal person, like just a front, okay? Front. So Wade's like, oh shit, yeah, I know, like, she's a fucking bitch. Like, of course, I believe you. Like, this high ranking officer, Kohlberg, like, of course, he's watching you. That's a normal thing to have. You want to move into my little shack, which it's a modest place, right? But whatever, it's cute. You want to move into my dilapidated shack compared to a McMansion that you could have because you're a billionaire. Your mom is trying to friggin' kill you right now, which makes sense. And now you got like C-level Homeland Security like watching you. So nothing happens to you because the Mexican mafia, which doesn't exist by the way, it would be the Mexican cartel, is out to get you. Because Shona's like, Mexican mafia, this fucking bitch of a douchebag of a daughter, I fucking hate her. Like, I did not want her around when she was young. She just ain't getting the fucking point. Get rid of her. And they're like, Shona out there, we got you. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it for sure. Okay. She's with Wade. I'm just going to say she got kicked out of her place because she didn't pay rent. That is really what happened. But hey, she's playing it up. She's dedicated to this role. So Christmas comes around. Kohlberg is like, look, your mom got arrested and she committed suicide in jail. So you don't got to worry about her no more. You can live your life of luxury. So Taylor's like, thanks, Kohlberg. You're the best. Love it. Okay. And announced we're going to buy Pecan Point. So this little fucking twat makes cards at Christmas for Wade's family with a picture of the property and friggin' puts little pecans on them. Like actual pecans. Like, I think different fucking tax brackets with people, I think, if you were like that. Like, I mean, maybe if you were a fucking billionaire, you could do that, but you're not, no, you're nothing. So she up here living this life that is like, poor Wade. Wade's just like, yeah, I got this sprawling acreage, Oklahoma River, like the river's running through it. Like, I'm gonna hunt. Like, it's the best thing. Like, I is just eating it up. And it's like, oh my God, no. And his family's just like, what the fuck is this bitch doing? Seriously, what the fuck is this bitch doing? So then Kohlberg messages her and says, shit, Taylor, I'm so sorry. You would not believe this. It is my fault. I have to confess something. I am sorry. Shauna's alive. I just didn't want you to stress out, but she's alive. Taylor literally goes, don't you fucking talk to me again. Like, out these things. So if you don't know by now, it's Taylor. All these things are Taylor. Taylor is Tim Hightower. Taylor is Kohlberg. Taylor is Shona. Taylor is Mandy Body. Like, all this shit. Taylor is all of these people. She said to Wade, I need your phone because Shona is just a bitch. She wants me fucking dead. She is going to freaking do shit. We need to put a Shona block on this. Like, we need to fucking Shona block this phone. So give me your phone so I can make sure there's this thing downloaded so she cannot get to it. So Wade gives her his phone, and she does is she changes all the numbers that would be anyone in her life. She blocks them and she adds them as these decoy numbers that she has. So, like, her real brother's number would be blocked and she would put it as something else. Her dad's number would be blocked and she'd put it as a number that she had, because she had calculated and she had accumulated all these numbers that she would text from on these VoIP apps. I don't even know what the hell that is, but that's what she did. The only number she could not do that to is Angela, Wade's boss's wife, because Wade would know, right? So she goes and she's like, I would not have talked about Pecan Point to everybody if I knew Shona was alive. Blah, ruining this shit. Fucking Shona. Fucking bitch, mom. Blah, blah. At Christmas, though, they go to Taylor's aunt's house and Shona's there. Like, sorry. Red flag for me, because if I went to a Christmas party and somebody was actively trying to kill my significant other with the Mexican mafia, I'd be like, what the fuck, bitch? Why are you here? What is happening? Where are the police? Like, I would literally lose my shit. I would not be in the same. I'd be like, the hell is happening? What am I seeing? Why is she here? Why are the police not? Like, I would literally lose my shit. Like, friggin' red flag. Like, big red flag. So then, Shona's still alive. She's ruining Taylor's life. Everything's Shona. Everything's her fault. So then, the Pecan Point thing falls through. She says all the money stuff. She sends Wade to, like, the bank with an $8 million check. Wade, sweetie, honey, they never cash checks like that, okay? Like, I love how innocent, like, how country boy this guy is. He would never know. He went to the bank with an $8 million check. Like, come on, do some research. All these things fall through. Apparently, their lawyer, something Lawyerton, she's not with names. Shelly from Shell, like, all this. So anyway, the dealings fall through with the real estate agent. Rest of the real estate agent's like, fuck, I don't want to see that fucking bitch again. I'm glad she's done. She's fucking whack, right? Whack, whack, whack. This is like, dude. So Taylor calls her ex-husband, Tommy, and says, look, I think Wade is going to kick me out. Can you take Emerson for me? And he's like, no. Within a couple of days, Taylor was pregnant, January 2020. And she says, I think I'm pretty much pregnant to Wade. And this is when all this shit starts unraveling. So she thinks she's pregnant. She goes to Angela, Wade's boss's wife, and Angela's like, you need to, before you say something. She went to him and said, like, can you check Maura? I think I'm pregnant. It changed. Blah, blah, blah. I'm just like fucking delusional. I'd like, so Angela's like, I need to know. So she goes and buys a whole bunch of pregnancy tests. They all come back negative, except one of them is a very faint line, right? So she's like, look, maybe you should go to the doctor. So she takes Taylor to the doctor, and Taylor comes out, and she's like, I'm pregnant. Here's the paper. Now, remember when I said Taylor went to fake medical school? Okay. She ended up at an OB/GYN doctor's office, and this was a doctor's office I believe she went into for that. So I have my theories on how she got something that says she was pregnant with her name on it. But she ended up getting fired from that job because she was trying to get prescriptions, painkillers probably, or illegal prescriptions, like prescriptions. And she also was not in any way a medical person. So yeah. So she did a medical OB/GYN's doctor, her OB/GYN doctor who did the hysterectomy. This will come into play, okay? So let's remember, because this lying, faking liar knows no better. So she gets this piece of paper, and she only went in with a little wallet, and she comes out with this plain piece of paper that is full size, like she couldn't have cut up or anything. No crumples. She probably knew the people and was like, hey, can I like print something real from your printer from my phone? That's what I think she did. To be honest, I think she just said, like, can I just use your printer really quick? Like, I just have to print something out. I already, like, I can just lit up just really quick. She already knew the people, right? Like, who's gonna fucking this shit? Okay, so pregnancies, she does a pregnancy announcement. I believe in March she did this, or is this when the gender reveal was? Anyway, she says to Stephanie Ott, I'm having contractions, and if she was 8 pregnant, like, bitch, that is not even fucking possible. Like seriously. So right now, understandable. So then, and let's just put this, women that fake pregnancies like this, it's their last ditch effort to like friggin' catch a man. Like it's like unravel, like just stop, right? She says to Stephanie, like, hey, I wanted a gender reveal party. Can you do it? Like maybe something with, right? Because Cody or Wade is like a hog farmer, like a hog wrestler. He captures like feral hogs and some stuff, right? So for cows, and she's like, oh yeah, cows, that would be cute. So like heifer, or what's the other one? There's like heifer is a female bull or whatever, right? Bull or heifer. So she's like, okay, and Stephanie's like, oh, fuck, does this bitch not have anybody in her life? Like, and she says to like Cody, and Cody's like, look, just be nice to her, like just do this. She obviously doesn't have a lot of friends, like, you know, you that person. So Stephanie's like, fine. So I do this gender party, but when she sends Stephanie the stuff about the gender, it says 2016. And of course, Couch Detective Stephanie Ott is like, bitch, what the fuck, right? She was right on it. So she calls up Taylor, and Taylor's like, give me a second, I'm calling the office. This is like, what the fuck? She didn't look at her shit. So not even 30 seconds later, Stephanie's like, she called me right back. And we all know when you are waiting on the phone for minutes at your doctor's office, it's not like a quick thing. You literally have to wait, right? So she says to Stephanie, the gender is right. They just had like 300 misprints that day. So like, but the gender, right? Like, I'm good. Like, you're not lying out here. Like, it was the that did that, not me. So Stephanie, the amazing detective she is, she calls the office and she's like, look, this is what I was told. Is this true? And the office was like, who are you talking about? And she's like, Taylor Parker. And they're like, hold on, ma'am, I'm gonna get you the manager. The manager says, trust your gut. They cannot give it away, obviously. And this is, she actually put the doctor's office that she had the hysterectomy at. Like, so this girl named Pippa, obviously. But, so she's like, trust your gut. I can't say anything more, but trust your gut. So Stephanie already is like, fuck, bitch, this girl's like not pregnant. So that's the gender reveal. And she actually invites people from the fucking doctor's office that she had the hysterectomy at. Like, she's fucking ballsy. Gender reveal, the doubt. Her kids are there. Her fucking dad is there and says nothing. They're all just like, fucking Taylor's lying, whatever. We're just gonna play along with this friggin' charade. Like, okay, Taylor, you have your blah, blah, blah. Like, not this is gonna affect people's lives. Like, even ruining how he sees women. Like, he just his, oh, man, this fucking bitch. Like, this bitch. Okay. So, then she doesn't look really pregnant though. Like, she's like not Wade's like, well, maybe it's because of tummy tuck. Like, it's a tummy tuck. It's not a tummy tuck, okay? You don't when you get pregnant, right? Most of people do. So then she's like, oh shit, I gotta fucking up my game then. They're gonna think like I gotta fucking look like I'm pregnant. So she goes and she buys a fake pregnancy belly, like a silicone one. She uses it. She also goes on fakeababy.com and she gets ultrasound, sonograms, like all the stuff she needs. She's also using her son's or her daughter's sonogram too. So she's got all this stuff and everything, and she's like got this fake baby, and they're like, oh, we can hear a kick and stuff and blah blah blah, which was odd. She's moving it. Then she does a maternity photo shoot with Wade. She's like, okay, I'm gonna do a photo shoot. And it's like they get a Watusi branded like fake bee with pink smoke. Like, she's in these, Josh got like a like serious face. I'm like, that pictures are, you're looking at it going, oh my god. And Wade just does not, like, he's just there, he's believing it. I believe he's believing it because he's like, I just can't. And he's like, I'm not, we haven't, she's like insecure and stuff. And I guess probably like, I just don't know what's happening and I don't want to deal with the bullshit. I honestly think he believed that she was pregnant and was keeping her around just because of that. He was like, I'm a good person and this is my baby she's carrying and I'm going to take care of it. That's Wade. That's what I believe he is. So we are getting close to when the due date was in September 22nd. And that's when we said it was due. It passes. Now, she ends up being like 10 months pregnant and like, okay, questionable. So she's, Wade, okay, look, I'm going to get juiced at Titus this day. And he goes and tries, and he takes family leave. You know, he suspected anything. I think he thought she was. Like, he has not had a baby before. Like, I think that she was pregnant. So Wade's over here believing all the bullshit that she's feeding him. And that's what I mean. When you're getting manipulated like that, you're not looking for the bullshit. You're believing it because you do not think that there is anybody as evil as this out there, or that it would happen to you. You're not thinking about that in any way. So I honestly believe that he did believe that she was pregnant and that all this was real. He wanted to believe her. He got in fights with his family because of it. So I don't think he had any inkling. And maybe he didn't want to believe that she was faking, right? Because his mom told him. Everybody was saying it. The fact that he didn't, like, I get, he wouldn't just hold up her shirt and be like, let me see it. I would want to be like that. I would be like, just fucking show me, right? But you don't ever think this is going to happen to you. These people that manipulate like this are very, it's their job. It's like a job to them. It is their job. This is what they do as a job. So you're good at what you do. This is what they do. So I 100% feel bad for Wade in this situation. Even though he was told by people that this wasn't real, he's doing the right thing, right? So before this happens, right after the due date goes by, whatever, the medical office that knew she had a hysterectomy were watching all her posts, because she would post like, oh, baby girl's this, and I have to have a C-section, like she was posting like and stuff. They were gonna name the baby Clancy Gale. Everybody says Clancy's a shitty name. You know what? I think that Clancy is a cute name. So you know what, Wade, if you're hearing this, I think it's cute. When you think about you, just a country boy with Clancy as a daughter, I think that's adorable. So I'm just saying that. I was sent a text message from someone with an unknown number, and that person was Taylor's first husband, Tommy, saying the hospitals are on high alert that she's going to steal a baby. There is no way she is pregnant. She has had a hysterectomy. She is not. She is faking this all. Like that. He was the only one that actually said something to Wade that knew. And then Wade went to Taylor and said, I just got this text. And you know what Taylor fucking said? It's that fucking bitch Shona ruining our life. Honest to fuck. Like, she's gonna get induced then next day, let's say. So she's getting induced. It's that night, and all of a sudden they wake up and their house is on fire. Somebody set their house on fire. So they put it out, they go back to sleep. It apparently ruins like the plumbing and the electrical, so they have to go take a shower at mom's house. So they go there, and there was a bomb threat called that in at Titus Memorial Hospital. There was an actual bomb threat called in. This fucking bitch called a bomb threat with a disguised voice and an unknown number, so she didn't have to have her induction. Honest selfishness of this fucking shit. There are real people that were having heart surgery, that were having babies, that were emergencies. This stupid fucking bitch. So when they're in the shower, like she goes in the shower, Wade's done his shower, and Wade's mom's talking to him like, look, this is not pregnant. Apparently, in this time too, like I should say this, that had talked to Mackenzie, had gotten a hold of her. Mackenzie's like, she's not pregnant, like she had hysterectomy, like she's playing you guys. And Stephanie had talked to Taylor's mom, or Connie had talked to, one of them had talked to Taylor's mom, and Taylor's mom said, I'm not saying anything, because if I say something, Taylor will never let me see my granddaughter again. I cannot say something, but I can't say something online about it because Taylor will take that child away from me. I understand that's a hard position to be in, but fucking hell, Shauna. So they're trying to tell Wade this, and Wade's like, look, she's pregnant. I believe her. Stop it. They rush out of the house after they say this, after Taylor's done her shower. Taylor says to Wade, I'm tired of your family not believing me. I am coming home with a fucking baby. And that was it. This is it. This was what sealed the fate of what was going to happen. There was no way that Taylor could not play out this. She had to see it through. She could not fake a miscarriage. There was no way she could do that. It was too far in, and she was like, I'm proving them wrong. This means the end. This was the factor. She's like, I am coming home with a baby. She made her mind up. So the bomb threat went in, and they're like, oh yeah, the bomb threat, see, it's all over Facebook, blah, blah, blah. So she wasn't induced. So then I will get into how her and Reagan met in my next episode about Reagan and everything that happened. So I'll just get into the point where it's like, it's going to cross over with some of the time. But supposed to get induced again. She called around, and Idabel Memorial, like the hospital in Idabel, would take her. They wouldn't let turn someone away to be induced if they were pregnant. She called the hospitals. So she had there was this hog delivery thing, because like delivered hogs, catched hogs and stuff. And a couple of weeks prior, Taylor was messaging somebody about buying some hogs. Apparently, you need certain licenses to go across state lines to Oklahoma. So Taylor was not up on the doings of the licenses, and this guy's like, look, I don't think you know what you're talking about. I don't want to do business with you. Like, right? And this guy is a real guy. So Taylor's like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, in Oklahoma, I was mistaken. It's Oklahoma. Like, Oklahoma, you're in Oklahoma. We don't need no licenses. And the guy's like, I'm calling your bluff. You're good bullshit. Like, this saw through her in a text message. Like, not an Oklahoma lady, I could tell. So the day before she was supposed to be induced for the final time, like for real time, and let's remember, this is a fake baby. This isn't a real baby, so she's not really being induced. I'm just remember that, okay? She gets a message going, hey, Wade, did I read that verbatim? Let me see if I can find the message, because it's an interesting message. All right, well, I cannot find it, so we're just gonna move on. It went something like, hey, really need those hogs. I have 7 hunting groups coming, already turned someone away, $6,100 something, made out to Wade Griffin. Drive safe, I'll pin in the address. See you tomorrow morning. That's basically the gist of it. But so Wade was like, we're gonna deliver the hogs and then we'll go get induced at Idabel Hospital. I don't know who's delivering hogs before an induction when you're 2 weeks overdue with the baby. I don't know who the fuck has the energy for that. Who's doing that? Pregnant women are doing that. Fucking bitch. She's just fucking bitch. So they wake up that morning and she says to Wade, look, I'm getting contractions. I am not feeling this trip. You go deliver the hogs up 4 hours away, and then on your way back, stop at Idabel. I'll meet you there, and we could just pop this baby out. No big deal. Done. Bringing our baby home. Clancy Gale is coming home tonight. So Wade starts leaving at 3 a.m. to be there and delivering these hogs. He gets there, and the guy's like, who the fuck are you? I didn't order any of this shit. And Wade's like, no, you did. You text my girlfriend. My name is Wade Griffin. And he's like, I was talking to a Taylor Griffin a while ago. And he's like, oh. So it's all coming together in his head. And Wade doesn't have a license to move these hogs across state lines. So let's keep in mind when we talk about the next episode, Wade does not have a license to move these hogs across state lines. He was doing this because Taylor said, we need the money, just go do it. I will meet you in Idaho after. We will have this baby, we really need the money. Because she is a fucking lying liar, and we hate her. But whatever, I'm getting angry now that the story is getting involved. So that is where we're going to end this episode with the story. There are so many red flags, so many things that should have been listened to. I think that I understand the manipulation of that Wade would be under, because he'd probably be thinking, what's right, what's wrong, what is happening here. You're not going to think somebody's going to fucking pull this shit on you. You don't think that. You're not out there going, oh my God, everyday life. In my life, somebody's going to fuck me over like this. You're not thinking that. You think it only happens in like big cities, movies, TV shows. Like, that's it. Fuck. Poor Wade. People, like, this affected so many people. Who gave her the fucking right to do all this shit to people? That's what I don't get. Holy fuck. So, it makes me mad. We're going to get into the next 3rd episode, which is going to be the final part with Reagan. and getting more into that. Things are going to overlap a bit because of just how they meet and then that. So I hope that you enjoyed this podcast. Please give it 5 stars, follow along, and share it if you find that somebody's going to like it. That would be great. That helps my podcast grow, our community grow. And this is Michelle from Murder Syrup, and I will see you in the next episode.